Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is KHAIRUN AINA binti Muhammad. We are from Expert Consultancy Memberhad and this is our group members.
Hi, my name is Muhammad NAJMI bin ZULKIFLI.
Hi, my name is AINA binti ANUAR.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ashraf IKHWAN bin HELMI.
My name is Nurul AIMUNI Atirah binti Muhammad SHAFIE. We are from Expert Consultants Sendirian Berhad.
Okay, for the building background, which is the Menara Tabung Haji Ipoh, the building category are medium rise building. This building are owned by Haji Rozimin Ahmad Kamil. The chronology of approximate age was renovation on 2016, which consists of level 1 to level 3. The build of the Menara Tabung Haji is 1998 and the finished build the 1st September 1999 and the launch of the building was in 2000. For the current worker, the employee of the maintenance department have only 7 workers. The number of the story of the building is 11 stories. The floor of land areas 82,812 meters square. The shape of the building are irregular square. The structural element are reinforcement concrete. Type of the roof are reinforcement concrete flat. The cladding are the plaster, brick wall and the glass window. There are 2 ventilation, which is air handling unit and centralized air conditioning. The vertical transportation have 5 lifts, which is consists of the passenger lift, cargo and emergency lift. The local authorities Madis Bandara Ipoh. For the company detail of Tabung Haji, the Tabung Haji was set up by the government of Malaysia in 1963. It's a legislative body in providing facilities for Malaysian Muslims to save for Hajj. TH is controlled by the Tabung Haji Act 1995, Act 535. The Tabung Haji has over 50 years of experience in the field of saving, financial market and expenditure. As the country only Hajj institution, TH strives to improve the economy of Malaysian Muslims through the use of the fund and resource available. There are several types of facility and utilities that provide at this building. The first is parking, the second is ATM machine, the third is small shop, the next is front desk, surau, cafeteria, toilet, Dewan Serbaguna and ramp for disability person to enter the building. Okay, for the building services, there are 10 types of services, which is sanitary system, sewerage system, cold water supply, mechanical transportation system, electrical supply system, CCTV system, firefighting system. There are 2 types of firefighting, which is active and passive firefighting system. The next is the security system, the waste disposal system, and the last one is the mechanical ventilation system.
For the maintenance strategy, the Menara Tabung Haji use maintenance strategy such as planned maintenance and unplanned maintenance. Maintenance is of effort to conjunction with various technology and administrative action to preserve a physical asset and restore it to a condition that necessary function can be performed. The space audit, we have Tabung Haji have 11 floor, and then we have 2 basement, such as basement 1 parking, basement 2 parking and sprinkler system, and floor 1 until the floor 3 is Menara Tabung Haji Office, and floor 4 until the floor 7 Department of Health Malaysia. Floor 8 until floor 10 is ICU, which is Pejabat Pembangunan Negeri Perak, and floor 11 Department of TH Maintenance Properties. The space audit, we have Tabung Haji have 11 11 floor, and then we have 2 basement, such as basement 1 parking, basement 2 parking and sprinkler system, and floor 1 until the floor 3 is Menara Tabung Haji Office, and floor 4 until the floor 7 Department of Health Malaysia. Floor 8 until floor 10 is ICU, which is Pejabat Pembangunan Negeri Perak, and floor 11 Department of TH Maintenance Properties.
I will explain pie chart on the income of Menara Tabung Haji Ipoh. They have a eight source of income for the maintain the building. The most biggest amount is from HQ, which is 71%. HQ will give a monthly budget for maintain the building. The second income is from Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri, which is the rent for 4 level at the building, and third biggest is from Jabatan Pembangunan Negeri, which is the rent for 3 level at the building for their office, and the others income is from cafe, 2 short lot of convenient shop, mobile office, multi-purpose hall, and ATM machine. I will explain about the pie chart expenditure in the Menara Tabung Haji Ipoh. It is divided into 6 types, which is insurance, management and operating, human resource, utilities, special maintenance, and overall maintenance. The most type that Menara Tabung Haji Ipoh spend is for the special maintenance, which is 33%, and it is the expenditure for the long terms. X is 70%. For the utilities, human resource and management, and operating. And for the last expenditure, the type is for the insurance and overall maintenance. I will explain about pie chart of expenditure on insurance. Menara Tabung Haji Ipoh is spent only for 2 type of insurance, which is fire accident and building, and personal property coverage. On 2030, the fire accident insurance will be taken, and because of that, the percentage of expenditure for the fire safety is about 46%, and for the insurance for building and personal property have been taken from 2020.
The pie chart shows the expenditure on management and operating on 2020, which are divided into 3 categories: financial management, utilities management, and facilities management. The higher percentage is 38%, which represent for financial management, which is 25,500, while 28% is for utilities management, which is value 24,000. The 34% is for facilities management that have an amount of 21,300. For this year, the total annually of these 3 altogether expenditure is value about 70,800. The pie chart shows the expenditure on human resources on 2020. The facility manager are having 80% of the wage department percentage, which annually total wage is about 33,600, which monthly is about 2,800. The second position is administrator or admin, which cover 40% of wage with monthly 2,200, and for the annually wage is about 26,400. The rest position is for technician, which consists of 5% that having salary of 2,100 and the annual salary is about 126,000.
I will explain pie chart on the expenditure of special maintenance. There are 6 expenditure on this category called special maintenance. The term special maintenance is for any maintenance that happen once and permanent. For repair external building, we will done every 10 years, starting year 2040. The upcoming year for repair work is on 2025 based on the maintenance team during interview time. Second is the adaptation of building automation system will be installed for 3 years with budget 60,000. There are 2 renovations will be planned which are in floor 4 until floor 7 taking 2 years, while the renovation multipurpose hall in year 2045 with budget 45,000 altogether. There will be an extension on the list of refurbishment which is meeting room at floor 11 in 2035. Lastly, is replacing air conditioning system every 10 years. Next, I will explain pie chart of overall maintenance work in the case study. This overall maintenance is the budget expenditure for any emergency maintenance related to utilities such as water and communication problem. Not only that, they are also for services such as waste disposal, security system, cleaning, landscape, and sanitary fitting system, as well as mechanical, such as elevators, service, generator, and firefighting system. Commonly, problem will be on electrical such as lighting, fitting, and the wiring. The 100% is showing that the budget for every year is fixed with amount of 20,000 ringgit Malaysia. Next, I will explain on pie chart of budget income and expenditure forecasting year 2021 in Menara TH Building Ipoh. Firstly is the pie chart of budget income forecasting year 2021 showing the ad income of this building. The major part consists more than half percentage is the main income which is from headquarters or HQ. Next is multi-purpose hall that are not fixed because depend on booking count. This year and last year are quite less income due to COVID-19 situation. The other 6 incomes are fixed and helping in salary for the maintenance team. Secondly, I will explain the pie chart on expenditure forecasting in 2031. The pie chart shows that the percent are more for the salary of the technicians. This is because the percent are representing 5 technicians, making 6.2% for one technician. The percentage value mostly stays in the same and having slightly increased for certain division. There are no any special maintenance for year 2021.
Based on the finding, there are some issues on their maintenance management operational, which is method for complaint and inefficient energy saving plan. The complaint is only can be made by complaining form or phone call, which is quite inconvenient for people nowadays, since they had to go to the office to fill the complaining form, which is quite troublesome. Energy saving plan is also applied on self-control or manual, which they had to follow the timetable of service operation. This method is inefficient for high-rise building. By then, there are some improvements that should be taken for this building. First is to create a smart complaint management system and practice the building automation system BAS. Smart complaint management system consists of mobile application, chatbot or web. This system is adapted to increase the efficiency of the complaint management process. For the example, the complainant will complain details by mobile application and then submit the complaint, and it will be computing to the web application and divided to the responsible person. This method is really helpful, which it can reduce time and cost. Building automation system is to enhance control of a building in various systems such as heating and cooling, HVAC, electrical, security, and others. This system can affect a building operational and cost. In a nutshell, Tabung Haji Ipoh IFIC maintenance plan is well planned. This company practice a preventive maintenance on most of their services. Tabung Haji Ipoh IFIC is competent in ensuring the building equipment is operating correctly and remove any potential of breakdowns or downtime. Thus, These companies are diligent in managing their incomes and expenditure. They always have a good future planning, especially their energy saving to reduce their annually expenditure. In addition, they always committed in giving a good customer services for their own tenant.